Hi, I am Senator Cynthia Mendes. I represent District 18, East Providence and Pawtucket. I am not here to beg or ask. We're tired of begging and asking for our livelihood. There is a piece of legislation that I have supported and that I think needs to happen that's been championed by the George Wiley Center called the Percentage Income Payment Plan, PIP, that would mitigate ridiculous and outrageous rent increases like this. Utility increases like this. And it hasn't passed. And the issue that I have is being involved and connected in my community and watching people continually suffer while the people in power have the ability to do something look the other way. It's the only reason why I got into politics in the first place. This rent increase, I keep saying rent because I am thinking of all the people that are actually going to go homeless right now. I literally seeing their faces in my mind, and that's why I keep saying rent, because they're going to choose between this and rent, paying their utility bill and rent. You've already heard how this will impact the most vulnerable. You've heard how it will impact immigrant communities. You've heard how it will impact our elderly. You've heard how it will impact foster youth, the LGBTQ community, black and brown communities, and children who are living in food insecure homes, heat and electric insecure homes. And I want you to hear the message that those families hear. Try a little harder. Rhode Island Utility, Rhode Island Energy. Budget a little harder. Suck it up.
Suck it up.
The war in Ukraine sounds like excuses. Maybe you should get a second job.
That's funny.
Have you looked at your luxuries and where you're spending and overspending? Rhode Island Energy? Because that is the message that the working families and the poor families in my community have been getting. That's the message. In an untenable, unsurvivable state that looks the other way, they keep telling them try a little harder. So the message I have for you is try a little harder next time. You get nothing. You get nothing. I also encourage this commission to reject Greedy McKee's proposal to spread it out over 12 months. How about no? There has already been rate increases several times in the past few years, while Rhode Islanders have been going through the worst, through COVID, through job loss, through home loss, through loss of loved ones. And how did we get here? Well, I'm a state senator, and I can tell you how a lot of you got here. This commission is approved by appointments that go through the state Senate. And I got a lot of flack for voting no on the majority of you. Because I looked at your resume, and I looked at your record, and I looked at your corporate connections and your political connections, and I didn't trust you with power. Because I knew we'd be here right now with a greedy corporation that with their hand out begging for help that they don't need. I knew we'd be here right now, and I was convinced that we couldn't trust most of you with power. So I'm coming up here to tell you, prove me wrong.
Next speaker is Andrew Poyant.